Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're talking about casual gamers in love that love playing The Last of Us Part 2.
We did.
So this is The Last of Us Season 2, episode number 4 that we're checking out today. And you can get all of our reactions for this in a playlist in the description of this video and see our full reactions over on Patreon. Also get early ad-free access that way. Links in the description. You can go to patreon.com/definitely-not-definitive.
Yeah.
Like clicking links.
Yeah. Options.
Yeah.
So many.
Mm-hmm.
Well armed.
Now, and you guys know me, like I'm fucking easy on voters, right?
Starting with this.
I caught him red-handed disseminating pamphlets.
WLF stuff?
I thought it was. Turned out later it was some like religious crap. So I call for backup. Guess who shows up? You fucking perverts are out here jerking off and splooging on my street.
Why do you call them that?
Because that's what we fucking call them. Who cares?
Because we took away their rights. Took away their right to vote, and somebody started calling them voters to mock them.
Isaac.
I didn't mean anything by it,
Of
Sergeant.
course you didn't, you're thoughtless. Keep it running.
Could be WLF. Lock and load.
No, I'm gonna go talk to them. Alone.
Protocol.
Protocol is to obey your commanding officer, period. The end. Now, if we go out there and force, this will end up the way it always does.
You want it done? Fine.
You. Come with me.
You're the only one he's going to save.
Learn something.
Wide-eyed. Everyone else is just, doesn't see him as human.
He's also disarming because he doesn't look coordinated. He's also wide-eyed and baby-faced.
Yeah.
Makes Isaac appear like less of a threat.
You Isaac?
You Hammerhand.
Who? Let's do this.
He's not going to kill you, dude. If he was, he would have kept you in the van.
Welcome to the fight.
Now make your choice.
Damn. Set this in the future, so it's 2029.
Probably nothing anyone wanted.
Well, the medicine be expired anyways.
I mean, probably. But I guess if you're desperate enough, you can take your chances with it.
I guess. Make yourself more sick.
Yeah, you could poison yourself.
Make sure to smell it first.
The milk.
There's nothing else back here. Hey, I'm gonna pee.
I wonder what test she found.
Talks very much like a location in Stranger Things.
I'm saying the same thing.
You okay? Yeah. All right, hit it. Okay.
Putting on a brave face.
What's up with all the rainbows? I don't know. Maybe they're all autumn. So much for happy, proud Rainbow Town. I've never seen a tank this close. Neither. You think it was the WLF?
All these bodies are in Frederick gear. Almost looks like they were fighting each other.
Wonder what that was about.
Choosing a side.
Ooh. What is it?
3 burnt skeletons, like Apollo 1. They're supposed to be the first ones to go to the moon, but they never made it off the launch pad, burned up in their capsule.
At least they died for something worthwhile.
These guys are just assholes killed by other assholes.
Oh, looky here. Check out the building on the hill.
You gotta be shitting me. Fuck yeah, let's go.
You sure about that? If you paint a sign big enough to be seen from miles away, that means you want people to know that you're there. Which also means more likely than not, you're prepared. And
They're on a hill, so they'll see us coming.
on horseback in broad daylight, so.
So we wait until dark and we head out on foot.
And right here is the perfect place to hole up because, well, no one's around.
Well done, Dina.
You proved brilliantly with your tank hatch maneuver.
Dick.
Music store? Nice. Take on me.
Oh, Marley.
Yeah. Classic cover. Drums, still probably not the best. I mean, I know the tank was loud, but
Shout if somebody tries to kill you.
That's the plan.
she's gonna sit down right there, right where the sun is.
It's in great condition.
It was in a case. The case is awesome. Great shot of Caterpillar. Play it. Play it. So glad they put this in. So if she didn't like you enough already.
Come on.
Look at that smile. Oh. Take on me. Take on me.
Say after me. It's no better to be safe than sorry.
Oh, she's gonna cry. Damn, she's a good actress.
You've gotten pretty good.
All those lessons from Joel.
He taught you well.
He did.
You hungry?
Starving.
Great. Come on, I'll make us beef jerky.
When I was a younger man and I wanted to impress a woman, well, you have to know your strengths. And I was kind of shy. I didn't know how to talk to women. What I would do is cook for them, and I was good. I would go into Williams-Sonoma, it's a cookware store, you wouldn't know. I would stare at these. A copper's a bit of a pain in the ass. You have to polish it a lot, but it heats faster than anything, highly conductive. Of course, this means it doesn't retain heat the way cast iron does, which of the two makes copper the inferior choice for interrogations, but you own Moviel.
Ooh.
You use Moviel.
She watches over me.
Then she's been watching you get your ass kicked. You know, there are even scars who don't believe she's some magic fairy in the sky, yeah? Some of you actually understand she was just a person.
Heretics.
Of course. Where are the scars attacking next?
Fights.
Hold out your hand.
This is so fucked. Shut up.
Yep.
Isaac knows what he's doing. Yes, sir.
That's gonna get infected.
You train them to shoot at us.
Because your wolves killed him.
Because you train them to shoot at us.
Because you broke the truth.
Because you broke the truce. Because you broke it, because we broke it. I'm not playing your little chicken and egg games today, Scar. Where is the next attack?
You're gonna lose.
Are we? We have automatic weapons and hospitals, and you lunatics have bolt-action rifles, bows and arrows, and superstition. So tell me, how are we going to lose?
Strong belief.
Every day, one of your wolves comes to see the truth. Every day, a wolf leaves you to take the holy mortification to become a Seraphite.
You tell me what I want to know!
Ooh. It's like, go on.
Yep.
Yep.
Good. Scar got what he deserved.
You're happy looking.
Fucking animal.
But that's the guy from the truck.
Look what happened to him.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Second floor.
Well, I guess that's our way into.
And if we run into wolves at Warrington Jackson?
Good question asked, Tina.
Yep.
Only going after the people that harmed you.
What the fuck is this?
Chillin' arrows.
Mm-hmm. Seraphites versus the wolves.
But we're definitely in the right place.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, with the guts in the background.
Dina?
Go.
She's got a screwed up kind of love.
Yep.
What the fuck is wrong with Seattle? It's the same ones we use. If she called for backup. Yeah, we gotta get out of here.
Shit, get down, down.
I was about to say, before they came in, should have taken that bulletproof vest. Not that it helped.
Cut them down.
Shouldn't we secure the station first?
I said cut them the fuck down. The rest of you fan out. Go slow. Kill them.
Isaac said he wants him live for questioning.
Isaac's not here, okay? So I don't really give a shit. I don't care if it's a fucking baby. Look what they did.
I don't think a baby can do that.
I mean, if it can, it's an impressive baby.
Oh, shit.
She's inside something. They have to get on the other side and look towards her.
Stairs clear.
Use your judo. Your jujitsu. Oh, shit.
But also, like, take his gun. He had a good gun.
Yeah.
You better go.
Oh, fuck that. That's such a tight space.
Yeah.
We're in the transit tunnel. Circle to south entrance.
You good? Yeah. Is this place gonna fall down on us? I'd rather not find out.
I think you were getting warm, Bucky, but you woke up for the scary part.
Uh-oh. You've awakened them. Throw a beer bottle.
I thought it was supposed to be empty. It was.
Just count how many there are.
The different screams.
Good ear.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's a lot more than 5. Yep, a lot more than 5.
5 clickers, but that's not kind of like the infected.
Go, Dina, go. Oh.
Shit.
Hell no.
Go faster. Holy hell. Jesus. Damn, Dina. Way to go.
Use that arm strength.
Close call. Jesus.
Too close. Smart thinking, Ellie. Shoot him so he gets stuck. Movie theater. Oh, you think she just sacrificed her life for you, and now you got to kill her. I'm surprised Ellie wasn't shouting when she got bit. It's okay, I'm immune. It's like she forgot Dina doesn't know, or Dina wouldn't put it together that you got bit and now you're gonna.
Okay, it's not perfect, but if
Have to
I
die.
want to get in, it'll buy us time.
Yep. Yeah, time to explain.
Okay, I know you're scared,
Please don't.
but I need you to understand something.
Please don't make this any harder than it has to be.
Wait!
Why did you do that? Why the fuck did you have to do that?
Please listen to me. I would die for you. I would. But that is not what just happened. Fuck. I'm immune.
Yeah.
I can't get infected. Dina, do not fucking shoot me! I've been banned before. I'm still here. I know you don't believe me. I get it. I wouldn't believe me either, but here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna walk over there to that big fucking chair and I'm gonna bandage my arm and I'm gonna go to sleep. You're gonna sit as far away from me as you want and you're gonna keep that gun pointed on me. If I turn, shoot me, but I promise. A lot of times I wish this wasn't true. I'm gonna wake up exactly as I am right now. Me.
Yeah, is there anything like tie her up so you can feel safer?
Tell her that's what you and Joel were fighting over.
It's a lot to go into right now. She's already overwhelmed.
True.
So to go on the whole story about the fireflies and
She doesn't have to give it the whole thing, but she could say,
Yeah.
like, this was the issue.
with that she's immune, that's the issue with Joel.
That's why she and Joel were fighting. Just be like, It's because I'm immune and you didn't want to tell anyone.
It's just water. Rainfall on my face, that's all. No shaking.
And then she's scared about being shot.
Ellie. I'm pregnant.
You both had secrets.
Wait, no! No. Morning breath. It's gross. Hold on. I don't know if this is gonna be better. It'll be better.
What was it?
I think it was pieces of beef jerky.
Oh.
How's it doing? Wow, that's...
Tense.
Is this where you were bitten before? You said it was a burn.
Most of it is.
You did it to yourself?
I really wanted to wear short sleeves again. It's a little thing, but when you start to hide little things, they become big things.
You don't say.
Why now?
Because you played the guitar for me.
And then all of a sudden, this future I was imagining wasn't gonna happen. Where we're together and we have a kid, and I don't even know if you want that.
I want it with you.
I'm sorry it took so long. I knew how you felt about me.
How?
You don't hide.
Hiding it really well.
No, you kind of fucking weren't. I'm sorry. I wanted to.
Yeah.
When I was little, I told my mother I liked boys and I liked girls, and she said no.
You have to choose one.
I got stuck. Even after she died, I tried to make things work with Jesse because I like him. I do. I think he's a really good guy,
He is
Yes.
a good guy.
but he wasn't the one. Still kept trying anyway. Couldn't let myself just be.
I was scared.
Not everyone's as brave as you.
Just obvious.
Shut up.
How do you know for sure that you're...
Oh, after we saw the bodies in the forest? Because I've seen fucked up shit before without barfing. And I knew morning sickness was a thing, and I was late, which I've never been regular, but I was very late. I found a pregnancy test at the pharmacy, and I peed on it.
Peed on it?
That's how it works. I don't just randomly piss on stuff. Here. 2 lines means pregnant.
This thing's pretty old. How do you know?
And here.
She did it multiple times.
So, we're having a baby.
We.
I mean, we and also, I guess, Jesse or... It was Jesse, right? So we're all having a baby. Holy shit. I'm gonna be a dad. He just said Nora.
Yeah.
She's gonna know
We're
her.
obvious, yeah. That's Lake Hill, but I don't know where we are anymore.
Okay, we go up high and we look around. Come on.
Okay, probably where they are.
Ellie, see that white building out there? That's it. That's Lake Hill.
You don't have to go. You can stay here.
Fuck you.
No, I'm not saying it's different now.
Yes, it is.
Will you please just think about it?
Together.
Doing that without Dina. So what you think?
Great episode. It wasn't necessarily one of those episodes where like a ton of revelations happened or a ton of things to like massively move the plot forward in big ways. But like if you know the game and you know what's coming, there was a lot that was shown that's going to become very key in future episodes. I feel like if I hadn't played the game, my biggest takeaway from this would have been Ellie and Dina.
Yeah,
and just their
for sure.
relationship and their story. But the introduction of Isaac is huge. The conflict of the wolf and the scars is huge. And so a lot of what was set up here will become, I think, much bigger down the road.
Yeah, and it seems like the show is following the formatting of the game, which I was curious if they were going to do that or not, because different mediums, so the way they experience the game is not going to be the same. You know, it's just different. So like, I didn't know if they were going to kind of go the same route. Now they could change it next episode, but so far that's what it seems like it's going. Was good getting a little bit like more of the backstory of Isaac, and also that torture scene, pretty key, and just also like, you know, because it ended with last episode with the Seraphites being like slaughtered or whatever, and you're just like, oh my gosh, the wolves are so terrible. All right. And then you see like, well, they're both like, then you see this Seraphites did like hanging them, gutting them, and feel her love. Yeah. So there's that. You're like, okay, maybe they're both crazy. And I liked Dina, and I can't remember if it was in the game or not. Dina saying like, what are we going to do when we find the people that like weren't in Jackson? I think that's important because like when you're playing the game, depending on how you like to play the game, you know, we are not a stealth couple, and we're not stealth gamers, and so we go and we just kill a bunch of NPCs. And so, you know, if you're going off of that, then Ellie's body count is pretty high, and she's killing a lot of people that had nothing to do with Jackson. So I'll be interested to see, like, mechanically what's her death toll, as it were, and like, you know, in this one, they were trying to avoid conflict. The guy was gonna they knew that basically they were gonna get shot on sight because as the wolves come in there, they talk about how, you know, shoot anybody, I don't care, they're gonna shoot a baby. So they know it's kill or be killed. And Ellie's still trying to like just put the guy to sleep in a sleeper hold. You know, I guess there was just no time to do that anymore. And so she had to stab him and kill him because otherwise he's going to grab the gun, shoot him. Like, so those two I would count as self-defense kills.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that ultimately her objective was to put him in a sleeper hold and just have him pass out. I think
yeah, probably not.
She quite possibly could have always had the objective of killing him, but because he had so much size and strength on her, she needed to like make him incapacitated to some extent before she could reach for her knife and do anything further. We don't know because, as you said, she had to for self-defense purposes. Going back to Isaac, and it was a very, very tough scene to watch, but I love the way that they layered in the guard on the outside who has some humanity still, who's having a very hard time listening to the interrogation and the torture that's happening on the other side of the door. So, you know, the moment where Isaac says like, oh, I know, like, you're killing us because we kill you, but we kill you because you shoot arrows at us and, you know, you kill our kids. Well, you kill our kids. Oh, that's because you teach them to shoot at us. Like the cycle of violence, you know, and then on the other side of the door, you see with one guard, he has his humanity despite what the guards have done. He finds this very tough to listen to and to be on board with. The other guard is like, boom, he gets what he deserves. So I like the fact that they are showing us the different layers of humanity or lack of humanity that people in this world are experiencing.
Yeah, and how being in this world and in this conflict changes you. And so you saw the guy in the van, who's much different than the guy, like I didn't even recognize, you recognize them, and like who was saying, good, they're getting what they deserve.
Yeah.
He would not think that he was going to be like that guy, that hard. And before he was asking like, you know, why he's all wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, and why do you guys call them voters and whatnot? And so
he feels like somebody who never signed up to be a soldier, but was like drafted, and like all the gear is kind of like doesn't really fit him right, and he doesn't really belong. And then
so just they're doing a good job like throughout this in different ways with different characters, just really hammering home the theme of that you know, The Last of Us Part 2 was all about. And Yeah, so I think they're doing a good job with that. Fantastic scene with the Take On Me.
Oh God, yeah.
Dina, oof, we shout her out every episode, but she is phenomenal.
Yeah.
That scene, just focusing on her, watching Ellie play, and everything that was going on in the eyes. Oof. Yeah, just amazing, flawless.
Yeah, I didn't say much at the time because like I was getting teared up watching them and their interaction, and like that is in part, of course, Bella Ramsey, because her portrayal of Ellie, Ellie is so tough, and like this moment of vulnerability is so significant. But then we get to see it through Dina's eyes because Dina is seeing the same moment of vulnerability and understands how rare it is and how meaningful it is that Ellie is sharing it with her. And so like to see her response to it, just, I mean, beautiful, like just magnificently done. The other thing that I wanted to kind of shout out, because it was a moment that was done in passing, really, and isn't necessarily a significant part of the story, and that it wasn't in the game, but the what's with all the rainbows, and then you see the heart with the pride, and like it doesn't mean anything to them. And it's just funny because we think of how important our symbols are now, and there's kind of that assumption that because they are so significant and so meaningful that they will live on. And yet here we are in a world where that flag and that symbol for pride hasn't lived on, and yet her mom, no, you like boys.
Yeah.
So like that cycle has lived on, which is just depressing.
I thought it was going to be like, I mean, you know, you like boys, that whole makes sense. But like, I also think that there's a lot of like with bisexuality, I think it's more for men than it is for women. I think it's more accepted as that a woman can be bisexual. I think for men, it's less so. It's like, oh no, okay, you're really gay, but you just don't want to say you are. And so you like, and like, this is not just like from other straight guys, or like, this is from like I worked in West Hollywood in California at a bar that's clientele is predominantly gay men, and a lot of the staff is as well. And so I just remember like talking to them because like I have a friend that's bisexual, and they're like, oh no, he's not, like, you know, he's just afraid to like come out of that he's actually gay. I'm just like, it's just it was blew my mind, because it's like, well, I mean, there's a lot of people that say that, you know, homosexuality isn't real, and that you're not really gay, and that you like, you know, aren't born that way, and you know you're just. And so it's like, how can you deny someone else? It's just so crazy, like, you know, denying someone else's sexuality when like your sexuality gets denied as well. So I think it's like, yeah, I think being bisexual is tough. That's why I was expecting her to say you need to choose one, but her saying no, you like boys, kind of probably more common.
I like to believe that like the future we've learned to accept each other and not be such pig-headed assholes who think we know better for other people, but. Sad to think that that's probably not likely. Yeah. Very scary with the, like, even having played the game. Knowing that they're going to survive, unless, you know, they change something. Knowing that they're going to survive that scene still was, you know, nerve-wracking. Especially, like, going through the turnstile and then Ellie, like, sticking her hand out there and taking the bite. Just really quick on your feet thinking. And it's funny because towards the start of this episode, for some reason it popped into my head, wait, does Dina know that she's been bitten? Like, I couldn't remember if Ellie had told her that or not. And then, of course, as luck would have it, the scene comes up and now I'm like, oh no, okay, she didn't know yet. But obviously this is made for everyone, whether you've played the game or not. This is made for a broad audience. And yet, in some ways, I feel like they are very specifically making certain elements of it for the people who played the game. Because if you haven't played the game, for all you know, Dina could die. Mm-hmm. There's a layer of fear to these kinds of scenes because you know she's not the main person and therefore could theoretically be expendable. For those who played the game, you're like, we know they're going to survive. So the creators have to find a way to make this still scary and intense for us, despite the fact that we know the outcome. Mm-hmm. And I think they did a brilliant job with that, from the rocking of the train when they're on it, to the breaking of the glass when they're in it, to then having to crawl through that little, like, I don't even know what the heck it's made out of, but the part between the trains, which is definitely more vulnerable, I feel like, than the steel sides of the train. Just all of that together, they made sure that despite playing the game, we still felt this scene sort of with fresh eyes and with a fresh level of fear and anxiety, because we kind of forgot that everything's going to be okay in this scene.
Yeah. Do you remember, like, and they like combine some scenes, like because they actually hook up before the Joel scene. And like, that's when like Ellie does say, she's like, oh, it's actually like a bite. And it's like, oh yeah, sure, you're immune. Like there's like, Dina doesn't believe her.
That's okay. Yes. In the weed smoking.
Yeah. In the weed
okay.
smoking. Yep. And so, and then she gets bit, and then this whole scene kind of happens.
Okay. So there was a reason why I was thinking she would already know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, she still didn't believe her though. It wasn't until she actually got bit, and then, she saw it, and it's like, okay, that you actually believe somebody.
Yeah, true.
You got to see it for yourself.
I did like the layer of having the scene with the news studio take place at night, because when you are playing it is a scene that is very scary, but it doesn't happen in the dark. And like, they found a way to make the reveal of the bodies just as terrifying in the show, if not more so, because of the fact that everything is dark except for the spotlights on the bodies, so that you can see exactly the work of the scars.
Let us know your thoughts about this down below in the comments. And thanks so much for watching our reaction for The Last of Us. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.